Hey guys, what is up? It's Brewster Tizzy here, back again with another video. And on this week of the Santa Fe Scorpions NCAA 14 Dynasty, we'll be playing against 8-0 Tulsa this week. So this is going to be a huge game as Tulsa is currently undefeated, has an 8-0 record overall and a 6-0 conference record. So this is going to be a really huge game for us. And I also want to add, I also forgot to mention this last week, but Santa Fe is also bowl eligible for the first time in history during their first year too. So that is kind of crazy that we can play in a bowl game upcoming. But looking at Tulsa's roster right here, they look like they have a really good team, unlike the previous teams we've been facing, as they just have a bunch of 80 overall players all over the board here. So this is going to be a really tough game. No wonders why they're undefeated right now. But main players on their team is Roger Brown, their running back, 86 overall, and Adrian Holman, an 85 overall QB. And he also has 82 speed. So it looks like we're going to be facing some option play probably from them. So looking at the team rankings here, you can see that Tulsa's offense is very good. They are currently 10th ranked passing offense in the whole entire country. They also rank 24th and 25th with points and yards. And they also have some nice defense to go along with it, as they have the 11th ranked defense in terms of points allowed per game, and also about almost top 50 in other stats. So welcome to Tulsa, Oklahoma for this Week 11 showdown. This is probably the biggest game of the year so far, and really the biggest game in Santa Fe's history. So some more rankings here. You can see that Tulsa is ranked 3rd in passing touchdowns and 10th in passing offense in the country. So we're going to be facing a really good offense here. Alrighty, let's see if Santa Fe can withstand another high-powered offense here this week. First drive underway here as Holman will hand it off to Brown first play, and he'll gain nice yards, 8-yard rush on the first play. And like so many other teams we've faced so far, Tulsa is automatically going to the hurry up so far this game. Here Holman will go with the option pitch off to Brown, but McFadden is there to tackle him, but he will pick up the first down off the option play. 1st and 10 for Tulsa after that rush, and they go with a quick screen out to their wide receiver, and Skinner misses a tackle, but Pittman shoves him out of bounds, but it's enough for a first down. Santa Fe finally stopping Tulsa on a play for 0 yards. Here Holman looking around, he'll dump off to his wide receiver who breaks out of the tackle. Skinner not being able to tackle Sanders, and he gains 15 yards. So Tulsa is now past the 30-yard line here, looking to go into the red zone. Holman looking around for an open receiver, and he elects to take off with it. He has a lot of room, and he'll just slide down. Tulsa really marching up the field. And already almost a minute into the game, Tulsa is down to the 10-yard line here. Holman is looking around, and he'll dump it off again to Burrell, but he'll gain only 5 yards on the catch. After that pass, that puts Tulsa 5 yards closer to a touchdown. And Holman here looking around, and he'll scramble out. Harrington misses a sack, and he tries powering through our defenders there, but it's 3rd and 3. Adrian Holman really showing off strength. So 3rd and 3, 3 yards out from a touchdown for Tulsa. Holman again looking around, all the time in the world in the pocket. He'll dump off to Burrow, who will get it for a touchdown. Tulsa up 7-0. And if you're interested here, Stanford, number 12 ranked in the country, has knocked off number 2 ranked Oregon 28-14. So big upset there for Stanford. So here's Santa Fe's first drive on offense. They looked amazing last week on offense, looking to repeat more of the same this week. Johnny Morris scrambles out to his left, and Alex Newton will catch it as he just barely breaks open, gains 11 yards on the catch. 1st and 10 here for Santa Fe. Go with the read option, and Johnny Morris hands it off to Lavelle Evans. Should have kept it, but Lavelle Evans loses 3 yards on the rush. So after being stuffed in the backfield for a -3 yards, 2nd and 13 here for Santa Fe. Johnny Morris can't find anyone open, just scrambles it out to the right, and somehow he avoids all defenders, and Johnny Morris picks up 24 yards on the rush. I don't know how he just got out of that. Amazing play on the ground by Johnny Morris. And Santa Fe crossed the 50-yard line here. Now throws screen up to Jeffrey Cox, but only gains 3 yards on the screen. 2nd and 7 here for Santa Fe. And they'll just do a halfback draw with Lavelle Evans, but he'll pick up the first down and more. 10-yard rush by Lavelle Evans. Santa Fe now at the 35-yard line. They'll go back to another draw with Evans. He'll sprint it out to the outside. 8-yard rush. Santa Fe here trying to get Lavelle Evans going early, unlike last week. But here, John Morris will go with play action. And he'll dump this off to Kaplan, our 3rd string running back, who picks up the first down. And just like that, Santa Fe is at the 20-yard line here. Johnny Morris looking for open receiver and just barely overthrows Alex Newton, who was open on the drag route. In order for Santa Fe to win this game, we need to be perfect on every aspect of the game. Here, Johnny Morris is rolling out to the right, and he has a clear open path and will pick up the first down off 11-yard rush. 1st and goal, Santa Fe. So Johnny Morris still continuing his magic on the ground here, but here, Johnny Morris will roll out again. And the safety there came all the way down and sacked Johnny Morris. Tried flipping off to the running back in the flat, but was not be able to throw it. So Santa Fe will be pushed back some yards after taking the sack on first down. Johnny Morris looking for open receiver. Finds Bernard Smith, who will get the touchdown. Bernard Smith, 11-yard touchdown. That ties up the game. So Santa Fe here kicking off back to Tulsa after getting a touchdown on their first drive too. Towns returning it, and he breaks a tackle. Towns really good kick return, it looks like. Santa Fe now back again on defense. Here looking to actually stop Tulsa this time around. And Holman will go with the read option here. He'll keep himself. Rashawn Woods, though, able to tackle Holman in open field. One thing I noticed, unlike previous weeks, Santa Fe's pass rush has been really ineffective this game. And last week it was amazing, but here Holman will do another option play and gain the first. But continuing on the defensive line pressure talk, we really need our defensive line to come up clutch here to force any kind of pressure on Holman, as Thomas here will get a 17-yard reception. So far, Adrian Holman is a perfect 5 for 5 with 54 passing yards in this game. Make that 6 for 6 now as Hunter races out and will stumble forward for the first down. Tulsa is just easily driving down the field. Santa Fe's defense is just showing little resistance here to this Tulsa offense. 1st and 10 for Tulsa. Adrian Holman looking around. Still looking, and Maxwell is able to pick off Holman. What a play right there. Bates Adrian Holman to thinking the wide receiver was breaking open, but Maxwell just leaps up and intercepts the play. That's exactly the stop Santa Fe needed after Tulsa was just marching down the field easily. But here Santa Fe now back on offense as Lavelle Evans tries breaking to the outside, but only gained 3 yards on the rush. And that will do it for the first quarter. Santa Fe is tied with Tulsa 7-7 as Santa Fe currently has the ball right now. 2nd and 7 here for Santa Fe. And Johnny Morris can't find anyone open, so he'll keep it himself. Only gain 2 yards on the rush, so that'll bring up a 3rd down. So this is the first 3rd down Santa Fe has faced all game so far. 3rd and 4 as we bring Alex Newton to motion here. Johnny Morris scrambling out to his left. And we'll find Glenn Saunders for the first down. 15-yard reception by Glenn Saunders. These play-action plays and rollouts have been working really good for Santa Fe so far. Here we'll dump it off once again, Bernard Smith, but he'll drop the pass. 2nd and 10 here for Santa Fe. And it looks like Tulsa's bringing out the blitz. But John Morris will fire it to Marcus Washington for an 18-yard catch. Nice play. Santa Fe's offense not looking all too terrible in this game here. We bring our fullback Cabral into motion, and Lavelle Evans just trucking over defenders here. 7-yard rush. Santa Fe slowly but surely moving their way down the field here. 2nd and 3 as Johnny Morris has some open room off the triple option. He'll gain another big rush. Johnny Morris is just carrying this offense. Santa Fe in the red zone now, as we'll dump it off here to Lavelle Evans off the draw play, but only gained 4 yards on the rush. 2nd and 6 here for Santa Fe. And Johnny Morris looking for a receiver. He'll dump off to Alex Newton, but he has to come back for that pass, and he'll gain no yards. So that'll bring up another 3rd down. For the 2nd time on this drive, Santa Fe will be facing a 3rd down here. 3rd and 5 for Santa Fe. And Johnny Morris will dump it off to Colbert, but it's not enough as Yusuf Colbert just stops right there after receiving it. So head coach Zach Rosen going with the gutsy play right here, going for it on 4th and 2. Trying to risk it all as Johnny Morris will go on the read option. He'll pick it up, and he picks up the touchdown as well. Santa Fe goes up 14-7 on the 4th down. So what a sequence of events as the Santa Fe defense turns the ball over, and then the Santa Fe offense punches in for a touchdown on 4th down. But here the Tulsa offense will hand off to Brown, pick up 1 yard on the rush though. 2nd and 9 here for Tulsa. And they motion their tight end to the right. Holman looking around. Still looking. He'll dump it off to Browns in the flats, but Sean Woods is there to tackle him. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6. Can Santa Fe's defense get a stop once again here? Screen play out to Brown. And McFadden will tackle Brown right before the 1st down. What a play by McFadden coming across the field and tackling Brown. Huge opportunity here for Santa Fe to go up by even more. 1st and 10 with good field position. 1 minute 20 seconds left to halftime. As Lavelle Evans will just catch this pass, only for 3 yards though. So just going under 1 minute now. Santa Fe needs to hurry up and kind of get downfield here. And Johnny Morris will fumble it after getting sacked. And Tulsa will cover it. What a bad play as Johnny Morris gets rocked. So you can see here Johnny Morris tries scrambling out, but the defender is right there, sacks Johnny Morris, can't hangs on to the ball, and Tulsa recovers it, and now they're in really good field position. Well, what looked like such a good opportunity for Santa Fe turns into a disaster as Tulsa now has this ball pretty close to the end zone, and here the Tulsa defenders, wide receivers not down, but they'll gain 7 yards on the reception. So Tulsa will have 47 seconds here and 2 timeouts, 2nd and 3 for Tulsa here. And Hoffman looking around, and he'll fire it out to Hunter, open receiver. It'll break through the pass. 14-yard reception, and they're right at the goal line now. So Tulsa has the ball at the 1 yard line. 1st and goal for them. Hoffman finally handed off to Brown here. Breaks through a tackle after we stopped him. Roger Brown. What a run by him as Tulsa ties up the game 14-14. Can't believe that our defensive tackle right there could not make a tackle on Roger Brown, but Tulsa here will tie up the game. Well, that turned into a disaster on offense last drive. Santa Fe now with 33 seconds, 2 timeouts. Let's see if they can do anything with that. As Johnny Morris fires it to an open Glenn Saunders, who catches it for 36 yards, and Santa Fe will immediately take a timeout. Huge throw there by Johnny Morris as he finds an open wide receiver way down the field. 27 seconds left, 1 timeout for Santa Fe. Right here, we'll fire it right back to Glenn Saunders, who catches it and breaks a tackle. Santa Fe takes another timeout as they're 4 yards away from a touchdown. Huge back-to-back throws and catches to Glenn Saunders as Santa Fe is 4 yards just away from going up by 7. Johnny Morris scrambling around, looking for an open defender, and he'll get sacked. Time's ticking here, so Santa Fe needs to hurry up. 8 seconds remaining here in the game for halftime, and Johnny Morris will get hit right as he throws. And that'll stop the clock, luckily. 3 seconds left. So after a crazy couple of plays here, Santa Fe will just settle for the field goal. 3 seconds right before halftime. And they missed the easy field goal. How does Sisk miss that to the left? And Santa Fe is not able to get a chip shot field goal from 15 yards away. And that means that the score remains still a tie game, 14-14, going to halftime. So some really bad plays down that stretch with 1 minute left in the game. But here, Johnny Morris will cut out to the left as he calls up 50, almost to the 50-yard line. 20-yard rush by Johnny Morris coming right out of halftime. So what a way for the offense to come right out of halftime, get a 20-yard rush. As here, we'll hand it off to Lavelle Evans, get some nice blocks, but will only gain 4 yards on the rush. Santa Fe could be up big right now, but they squandered some points at the end. Allowed Tulsa to gain some points as well. As Johnny Morris scrambles out, somehow escapes from that, spins, and Johnny Morris once again with another huge run. Morris trying to do everything to will this team to a win here, as he goes with another read option, breaks a tackle from a safety, and prevents a loss on the play, only as he gains 0 yards, but still, nice play by Johnny Morris from preventing a loss of yardage. As you can see here, the yards totals are completely lopsided. We should be really winning this game, but Tulsa is somehow tied with us. Here we'll dump it off to Lavelle Evans, who came over across the middle, but only gained 5 yards, so that'll bring up a 3rd down. Big 3rd down here for Santa Fe, 3rd and 4. Johnny Morris will take the snap, and the defender will bat the ball down right before Alex Noon catches it. 4th and 4 now. So since Santa Fe is not in field goal range, they don't want to punt off the ball. They're in good field yardage right here. They're going to go for it on 4th down once again. And Johnny Morris will find Bernard Smith, who picks up the 1st down. He got laid out but hangs onto the ball. Nice catch by Bernard Smith. Santa Fe now a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down, as Johnny Morris will keep it on the QB draw, breaks a tackle, and Johnny Morris just willing this team to try to win. 2nd and 4 here for Santa Fe, just outside the 20-yard line, as they'll hand off to Lavelle Evans, but he gains no yards really, only a 1-yard rush. That'll bring up another 3rd down. So Santa Fe has only converted 1 3rd down out of 3 attempts. But here, Johnny Morris will find Cabral, the fullback, and he'll pick up the 1st down. Wyatt Cabral with the huge 3rd down reception. I believe that was Wyatt Cabral's first time to even handle the ball all season, but he makes some usage out of it as Johnny Morris goes to the read option here, gets some nice blocks upfield, and he'll be just short of a touchdown right there. Huge run again by Johnny Morris. So just 1 yard out from a touchdown here for Santa Fe. 1st and goal. They'll go to the read option, hand off to Lavelle Evans, and he will get the touchdown. Santa Fe finally up in this game again. 21-14. Huge game going on down in the SEC as number 5 ranked Alabama faces off against their rival 7th ranked LSU, and LSU is currently winning that game in Tuscaloosa, so we'll keep an eye out on that game as well. Santa Fe will kick off the ball here to Tulsa after scoring a touchdown on the drive coming out of halftime. Towns coming back, and he's been a really good return here, breaks it through a tackle, and Towns might break this for a touchdown. 6th the taker will not be able to track down him as Terrell Towns gets a 100-yard kick return. It's been deadly all day and finally breaks one free. And Tulsa will just not go away, scoring a huge kick return right after we go up. But here Lavelle Evans will take the read option, go 9 yards on the rush. The Santa Fe offense has been trying to do everything to win against Tulsa here this week. Johnny Morris will pick up another 1st down on his legs. So Johnny Morris has now eclipsed his career high of rushing yards as he crossed 100 yards on this game off of 14 attempts. Here, Johnny Morris not be able to find the open receiver, and he'll get sacked after trying to break away from the edge rush. That's a huge loss of yardage, negative 10 yards. Maybe Johnny Morris is trying to do too much here as he got sacked off the scramble, but here we'll fight out to Bernard Smith, but batted down by the safety, and they'll bring up a 3rd down. So 3rd and very long here for Santa Fe as it's 3rd and 20. And Johnny Morris just dropping back will lob it up to Yusuf Colbert, and it's intercepted on the play. Really like a punt there, nothing much you can do. So Tulsa will now have the ball on offense, starting off in pretty good field position as well. Here Hoffman will go with the read option here, and he has some nice blocks and he trips forward. Tulsa back in this hurry up offense right across from the 50-yard line. Hoffman with the play action, looking around, and he'll just decide to carry it. No one's there in the middle of the field, and he'll gain about a huge return of yards. So Adrian Holman is just carrying this offense on his legs just like this. And Holman on the read option will just stiff arm a defender, gain another huge rushing yardage. 13 yards and another 1st down. Holman doing everything on his legs here. 1st and 10 for Tulsa. He'll dump it off to a wide open receiver, and he'll gain 9 yards on the catch right there. 2nd and 1. The Santa Fe defense just simply cannot stop this Tulsa offense here, as it's just way too hard. And it looks like there's a full start somewhere. I believe that was on Tulsa. Let's see what the call is. And it does look like it'll be on Tulsa. So that'll be a negative yardage for Tulsa, -5 yards. So maybe here Santa Fe can finally make up a stand here on defense. Hoffman, though, will fire it out and gain another first down. What is that, like 5 consecutive first downs? So Adrian Holman and the Tulsa offense is just 5 yards away from a touchdown as they pitch it out to Brown, and he'll be just short as Rashawn Woods tackles him, 1 yard away from a touchdown. So here, once again, they'll go back out to the pitch to Brown, and Tulsa goes up 28-21. So what a disappointing third quarter this was for Santa Fe. Tries so hard to go up and break away from Tulsa, but Tulsa will just not quit. Here Johnny Morris is looking for an open receiver. Not being able to find one, will scramble out, and he'll gain 12 yards on the rush. And that will do it for the third quarter. Tulsa up 28-21. Santa Fe looking to tie it up on this drive right here. So 1st and 10 coming out of the third quarter for Santa Fe as they have the ball. Johnny Morris will fire it out for Jeffrey Cox and he'll hang on to the ball for a 13-yard reception. So 1st and 10 right after the 50-yard line here. Johnny Morris again will keep it off the read option. He'll stumble forward for 4 more yards. Johnny Morris just doing everything on offense. 1st and 10 once again for Santa Fe. Does play action play. Off the blitz, Bernard Smith will catch it for a 9-yard catch. So Santa Fe getting closer and closer to tying up this game here. 2nd and 1. Johnny Morris, though, not being able to find any open receivers. And once again, Johnny Morris will get sacked by like a hair. Getting sacked for another huge loss of yards after trying to scramble out of the pocket. So what turned into a 2nd and short. Johnny Morris gets sacked, and now it's a 3rd and long for Santa Fe here. And no one is open except Lavelle Evans, but it's way too late to pass it off to him. 4th and 14. And it looks like Johnny Morris is not getting up after this. He's been taking hits all day. So in comes the freshman QB, Terrence Roberts, for the 2nd time this year for Johnny Morris. 4th and 14. Huge play right here for Santa Fe. And Terrence Roberts will just lob it up for Marcus Washington, but it's way overthrown. Turnover on downs. And it looks like this game's just going to slip away for Santa Fe. 1st and 10, Tulsa has the ball. 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and they'll throw a quick screen out to Thomas, but we're able to stop them for not that many yards, only 2 yards off the catch. Nice tackle by Keys. 2nd and 8 here for Tulsa on offense. Holman looking around, and he'll look to scramble it once again. He'll just slide right before Rashawn Woods is able to tackle him, and they'll bring up a 3rd and 5. So a huge 3rd down here for Tulsa. Santa Fe trying to force a punt here. Holman looking around, he'll fire it out, but he'll drop it. Hunter, the wide receiver, drops it, and Santa Fe forces a punt. So it does look like Johnny Morris will be out of the game. So freshman QB Terrence Roberts will be trying to lead this comeback for Santa Fe. He'll fire it out here to Marcus Washington for a 20-yard reception. Nice play right there by Roberts. Roberts looking to lead this Santa Fe offense right here. He'll fire it out to Alex Nunes, nearly intercepted. So lucky right there, Tulsa didn't intercept that. Roberts has to be really careful with the ball here, not to turn it over. Santa Fe looking around, and he'll find Jeffrey Cox. Jeffrey Cox with a 17-yard reception, and that's marching Santa Fe down the field. So Terrence Roberts making a couple big throws already in this game, and he'll try to thread the needle for Bernard Smith, and he does. Another pretty big pass right there by Terrence Roberts. What a play. So Santa Fe just outside the 20-yard line with 3 minutes left in the game. We'll hand it off to Lavelle Evans off the rush, and Lavelle Evans will pick up 8 yards on the run. Santa Fe now in the red zone here at the 14-yard line, 2nd and 2, as we'll hand it off once again to Lavelle Evans, and he'll pick up the first down and more. 9-yard rush by Lavelle Evans. So Santa Fe is just 5 yards away from tying up this game. 1st and goal as they bring Bernard Smith into motion, and he'll gain 4 yards, and that's 1 yard away from tying up this game now. So Santa Fe comes up just shy of a touchdown on the rush on 1st down. Here we'll try to punch it in with Lavelle Evans. He stumbles way forward, and he's just short, inches away from a touchdown. And it looks like another injury here. Lavelle Evans not being able to get up on the play. So with our 2 best offensive players out of the game, 3rd and goal for Santa Fe, 1 yard away. Jovan Thurman will easily get this touchdown. It's tied game, 28-28. So some good news here for Santa Fe, as Lavelle Evans will be able to return in the game. But of course, they're going to have to make a stop on defense before he sees the field again. So this is coming down to the wire here. Santa Fe looking to make a stop. 1 minute and 32 seconds left in this game. Tie game. Holman looking around, faced with immense pressure, and Skinner will bat that down. What a play. Finally our pass rush getting to Holman. So it's 2nd and 10 here for Tulsa after the incompletion. Holman looking around, still looking. He's having all day in the pocket. Still all the time in the world. And he'll hit this wide receiver down the field. I don't know how we just caught that. Rashawn Woods not be able to make the play in coverage. And what a play by just staying barely inbounds. So Tulsa gets the huge pass, and they're at the 27-yard line now with 1 minute and 17 seconds left. Holman looking around, he finds Hunter again as he'll dart out of bounds for a 9-yard reception. 2nd and 1 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left for Tulsa here. And he'll motion their tight end to right, and Brown will take this carry, and he'll gain way more than a first down, 11 yards. And Santa Fe is going to have to start burning these timeouts. So Tulsa look like they'll just be able to bleed this clock down here. And they'll hand it off once again to Brown as he fumbles the ball. But their offensive lineman picks it up and gets a touchdown. Are you kidding me? Santa Fe just had the hugest opportunity ever as Brown here tries breaking the tackle, fumbles the ball, and their offensive lineman is right there to pick it up. And he stumbles forward and somehow gets this touchdown. Unbelievable. Well, that was a strange play right there, but it's actually kind of lucky for Santa Fe, as they'll now have the ball, 2 timeouts left, 1 minute 2 seconds to work with the clock. And let's see what Terrence Roberts is able to do. And he'll hit a wide open Marcus Washington. Will catch it for a 40-yard catch and run out of bounds. Terrence Roberts somehow being able to throw that all the way down the field after getting nailed. 1st and 10 here for Santa Fe. Roberts looking around, and that's nearly intercepted after he's trying to hit Bernard Smith over the middle of the field. And it looked like Marcus Washington was also injured on the play, but it looks like he'll be returning. Luckily, here Terrence Roberts looking for open receiver, and that will be intercepted after a dumb forced pass right there. And that should do it for the game. So Terrence Roberts here, looking around, could have easily thrown it to a wide open Jovan Thurman in the flats, but instead he tries forcing the ball out for the big play. And that's covered perfectly by their linebacker Mays, as that interception will seal the game for Tulsa. So unless something crazy here happens, it looks like Tulsa should win this game. Holman though is still running it. I don't know why they're even risking running with Holman. I'm really surprised Tulsa's not kneeling down the ball. They're really risking it for just more stats. Here Roger Brown will carry it, get down to the ground safely, and that will be the game. Tulsa will still have an undefeated record on the year as they beat Santa Fe 35-28. So here is the passing stats for Santa Fe. And looking at Johnny Morris, he had a great game. 177 passing yards, a touchdown, and 1 interception that really wasn't that detrimental, as it was just basically a punt on 3rd and long. But here Terrence Robert had to fill in for Johnny Morris. Threw a 4 for 8, 92 yards in that one really crucial game-ending interception he threw. But other than that, he looked pretty decent on some throws. And looking at the rushing stats here, Johnny Morris has a career high in rushing yards, and I believe probably in rushing attempts too, as he had 18 rushing attempts. And also, Johnny Morris had more rushing yards than this, but the sacks factored in as negative yardage, so that's why it's at 107, but that is a career high. He also had a rushing touchdown go along with it. So Lavelle Evans here had 62 rushing yards off of 13 attempts, and also a rushing touchdown. Jovan Thurman also had that 1 rushing touchdown from 1 yard away. Looking at the receiving stats here, it was a pretty well-balanced game for everyone, as Glenn Saunders led the way with 83 receiving yards, had those 2 huge catch and runs right before halftime. Marcus Washington also had 77 yards on the game. 2 great games in a row by Marcus Washington. Bernard Smith also added 43 yards and a touchdown. Quickly looking at defense here, Carlos McFadden led the way with 9 tackles on the day, and Kevin Maxwell had the lone interception in the game for Santa Fe. Now looking at Tulsa stats, Adrian Holman had an amazing game, going 15 for 18, 171 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. He was amazing in the passing game, really accurate besides that 1 interception. And Holman was equally as good in the rushing game, as he led his team in rushing yards with 80 rushing yards on the game. Roger Brown also added 48 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Tulsa's defensive line just ate up our whole entire offense, as Thomas Lambert led the way with 2 sacks for his team, and also there's some other players with singular sacks. Well, that really sucks. So I was exiting the game and I was just about to exit straight to the main menu, and my power went out and it didn't save the game. So I'm not so sure what to do. I'm probably going to turn off autosave and then keep advancing the week until I lose the game, because I'm not going to like try to cheap this out and say, oh, I won and sim it and who cares. But I'm going to keep on simming it until I lose, and then I'll just keep on turning autosave off so it doesn't autosave it. So yeah, this kind of sucks, but let me try this to figure out stuff here. Well, here I finally got us to lose the game during a sim, so I'll save it now. So we have our correct record of 6-4. We ended up losing 16-27. Really sucks though that we can't save all our stats from the game, so all those stats just went down the drain, but hey, who cares. Well, I did promise you guys that we would check up on the Alabama and LSU game during the middle of the game, and it looks like Alabama during this sim won 44-21. Obviously LSU was winning during last week, but since that didn't save over, looks like Alabama did beat LSU 44-21, so Alabama moves to 4th ranked in the country as LSU drops to 15. And I want to end the video like this on a good note, but then the power went out. But anyways, here is a look at our recruiting board, and if you see here, we have gotten more recruits to commit to Santa Fe, as John McGrew is 72 defensive end has committed to Santa Fe, so really happy about that. We'll be getting some good edge rush finally. And also you guys saw that Marlon Keys committed last week, and then we got a lot more recruits down here that committed. Eric Taylor, 68 overall center, has committed, and then Jeff Mobley, a 68 overall tight end, has committed, and then also Jamal Capps, a 68 overall wide receiver, has committed to Santa Fe, along with Pat Huff, a 67 overall offensive tackle. And lastly here, Brian Williams, another tight end, 66 overall, has committed to Santa Fe here. And looking at stats, I was really excited about him. He has 81 speed and 77 catching and 74 catching traffic. So although he's not really good blocking tight end, he's a really good catching tight end, and he has some speed and athleticism to him. So really happy about this commit. So yeah, even though we took the loss to Tulsa and was not able to break their undefeated record, Santa Fe has a good future going, as they get a lot more recruits to commit to the school for next year. So really happy about that. And next week we will be playing against the North Texas Mean Green, as they have a 3-6 record. So yeah, be on the lookout for that week 12 game, which is our second to last game of the regular season. So yeah, that should do it, guys. Thank you so much if you watch this far, really do appreciate it. And be sure to subscribe and like if you haven't already. And yeah, that will do it, guys. Thanks, peace out.